Good morning, good evening, and good night. I'm Bazag, and this is Star Trek Reliant, a Star Trek Online, Star Trek Adventures Online podcast. And yeah, that's about it. So let's get into it. Let's introduce our players. Let's start from the top of the list with. Let's start with the top of the list with DB Wells.
Hello, that plot thread I kept insisting on for the last 2 sessions is probably not going to go anywhere unless someone else wants to really pick it up. I don't know why I insisted on it so much at the time.
Well, it is a lingering plot thread that may be pulled later on. Maybe. Maybe not, but we'll see. Let's go with Growl.
Hey, thread, I wonder what will unravel if I pull it.
And JB.
This timber won't fall itself. Let's go.
Let's go Courage and Rani.
If at first you don't succeed, just violate the temporal prime directive.
Yeah, that usually works out well. Marcus Graves.
Hello.
And Captain Eli O'Connor.
Guys, I left a sweater around here. Sure, it had a few loose threads, but it's fine if you don't pull at it. Like, it stays completely intact. What's with that thing of yarn over there?
Girl, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so we have a new adventure for today. Let's start, since Kara wasn't here for our last little bit, let's start with her. Is there anything particular that you were doing while DB and some others of the lower decks were doing their survival shenanigans?
Well, that's very simple. Kara had to go through all the Jeffries tubes, and she basically put up a pheromone sort of guidance system to try to keep the bees where they need to be. They're allowed to go to hydroponics and a few other places, but Ged was tired of people who are allergic to bees getting stung by them, so they've now been rerouted. Checkers.
There's already a new hive set up. More bees.
That's fine.
Just in the old place. You're never going to stop. The bees will stay there.
That's fine. Things have been changed so that they can go from the old place to different places, but not everywhere on the ship.
You know nothing of their ingenuity.
I do know that Ged will start killing them if they keep stinging people.
Not if they kill him first.
Oh, no. Anyways.
Alright, so after taking a break for that, you head back to Magellan Station. Perhaps looking for some food, perhaps looking to find somewhere to relax, maybe the bar, just something to do. And as you walk past a section of your station, the station's a bit of a flurry of activity right now with the conference, an upcoming conference being held at the station, hosted by the SAW, but representatives of the Alliance Exploration Initiative will be attending. So the station is a flutter getting ready that, but there is one person that is standing still, looking blankly out into the blankness of the void in one of the opening portals. It's Tyr, or the Mirror Universe version of your chief engineer.
Kara goes over, stares out the window for a bit, leans over slightly.
There is a moment of silence as he turns to you. I was mostly lost in thought. Kara, perhaps good that you were the one to speak to me. What do you think? Do you think the Exethi, the people that made the station somewhere out there?
Based on everything we know, it's incredibly possible. Many of their ships did escape, and we have no idea where they've gone.
Mainly thinking about
one should never underestimate the size of the universe.
Perhaps they might have made their escape in the Mirror Universe, where I'm from. I'm thinking about a lot of things recently, actually.
I'd be concerned if they made it to the mirror universe. You'll forgive me for saying so, but it's not a very pleasant place.
Oh, well, I was more thinking about our version of them, the mirror, exactly.
Oh, that they might have escaped to this universe. That's an interesting thought.
Oh, just find somewhere to lay low in their own, out of the eye of the Terran Empire, or the Borg, or any numerous number of threats that they face, even the Void.
Including whatever decided to annihilate their planet in the first place.
It has been hitting me just sort of how alone I am. I'm not sure if you know the term endling.
I am aware of it. As the final member of a species which is going extinct, the endling is simply the very last of its kind.
He'll just nod, and that was what I was in the mirror universe. About all the soul were wiped out either by the destruction of its own world or the final invasion of the last colony, the remnants of my species. But I was the only one that the Terrans took and made a little experiment of.
I apologize. It sounds like you didn't have it any better than my mirror universe self.
I mean, it was... I'm not going to say there weren't some benefits. At least they called me Terran. They didn't fully treat me. Had to be the Terranest non-Terran there ever Terran, or otherwise...
I can understand what it must have taken to survive in an area like that. It is not a place for those who have qualms about violence.
Just want to say I appreciate you and I guess the entire crew of the Reliant for at least giving me the chance that I have here.
Don't mention it. If anything, I should still apologize for the way I treated you when I first met you. It can be difficult to trust those from the mirror dimension. Often they'll say whatever they need to say to get what they want.
I don't blame you the least. I have to admit there were times that I was thinking maybe that I could do something else, but things definitely have changed, and I am at least making progress to change who I was to something better.
Everyone can change and everyone can redeem. Only the dead have no ability to change.
Well, I really should get back to work.
All right. Will you be checking out the conference?
No, I don't think... I'll be around and working and doing whatever tasks I need to, but I don't think I'll be at the conference. It's... As much as I am sore, I'm not the sore, if you get what I mean.
Fair enough. But do remember, when it comes to what groups you belong to, you're the one who determines that.
He'll just...
You may be the endling of your species, but that may not mean you be alone.
He's going to do a bit of a roll. I forgot to open his character sheet, so I'll make up a number. Could you give... Kara, could you give me a insight command roll, please?
Yes. At least one of those is good for me.
To see if your wisdom comes across well, I suppose.
Lamau!
He seems stoic. It's very hard for you to read him. Perhaps he is... I don't know what to do with the complication that you got right now. What I'm going to say is that... Sorry, what were you saying, DB?
No, I was just going to suggest something. Continue.
What I'm going to say is that you have you don't know if you got through to him. That sort of thing is that he listened, but you don't know if your words actually fully connected if he took them all on. And it's just something that leaves you a bit... Is he actually going to be alright? Does he need some more therapy on that?
Fair enough.
And with that, he heads off and leaves you to the rest of the work. Is there anything else you want to do before the conference starts?
Not me specifically, but if
In fact, there is someone that we've got in the holodeck. We have an adventure that is partway through. Sabatu and Eli and Rick are in the middle of a holodeck adventure. Do you guys want me to set the scene, or are you right starting in discussion?
Scene.
All right.
Scene.
Alrighty. So, we are in a small office room. It's not paneled. It's not painted, but it's got metal walls and exterior. A small table. Sabatu and Eli are inside. After Eli had sort of brought her in. The clothing that Sabatu is wearing is like a long, flowing, almost flower dress. What clothing would Eli's character be in?
I mean, you told me what kind of thing this is. That's the only possible option. You know what's got to be.
Okay, okay. It is a full-on suit, a tuxedo, a bow tie, a jacket, a black jacket, white shirt, black trousers, black leather shoes that maybe have something in them, maybe not, and a nice fancy watch. That is ever so slightly ticking as the mechanism goes on. Sabatu, you have just left Dr. Reptilo's office and have entered back to here after giving him some rather news. And apparently where he's gone off to deal with some minor thing that needs his attention. You want his office is clear. And it's just the two of you alone in this small room. If you want to do anything, say anything before we move on.
So, and to be clear, it's Eli and Sabatu in the same room, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how far along are they on the holodeck program? Is it starting off? Are they in the middle or towards the end?
Towards the end, this is more leads to the near. This is almost heading towards the climax of the thing. I'm not sure if, for the sake of the viewers, I will say that they're playing a James Bond-esque mission. Dr. Apillo is trying to destroy the world's climates by using lasers to turn everything into an arid wasteland. And his office is the only access point to the satellites which control the lasers.
All right. And one thing that we didn't establish, is Eli using his own name? Or James Bond?
He's just gonna use his name.
Okay. So Sabatu says, well, Mr. Eli O'Connor, this office is the only way to control the satellites and stop Dr. Rupillo's dastardly plan.
Quite so. I've gathered that much.
Yes. So, well, I've been in this office a few times, but I'm not quite sure exactly, how to get onto the next section. There might be a button.
There might be indeed.
So we must
Something has been
find the
bothering me
button.
this whole time, though. What was your name again?
My name is Miss Ella de Vader.
Right. Well,
What? You keep giggling when I say that name. It's like this character, like these characters typically have pun names, right?
yeah, I
I'm Mr.
think you didn't
Elevator.
understand. I don't think you understood what kind of. It's fine.
Okay. As long as
Anyway.
it's fine. I don't. Okay.
We'd spoiled for choice. I think I'll just take the whole lot, he says, before he just starts smashing the console.
Does that like trigger any alarms?
And no. You press a button and there's a panel in the wall that just opens up. Beyond is you see the satellite control. You've never been in here, but this is a rather surprisingly large room. You see glass windows looking out into what appears to be a terrarium. You see large, almost monitor lizard reptiles, perhaps even larger, are wandering around. You see an open floor, like a pathway that leads into the room, and then this more open area before another sort of guardrails towards the satellite controls. But it seems quiet.
This has to be a trap, right?
Most likely.
All right, well, let's proceed.
All right, you first.
Of course I'm going first.
All right. And I'm not planning on betraying you. I don't think that's in my character.
Did you read the, notes? Is it?
Yeah. I think it's not the character.
And you're not, lying to me right now?
No.
Okay, you don't know what a lie is, do you?
Well, I do know how to lie.
Fair enough. All right, well, yep, going first, he says as he starts to walk.
Okay, does Miss Elevator follow?
Miss Elevator follows.
Okay, as Miss Elevator follows, the door slams down behind her. The door in front where the satellite controls also slam down in front of them. The glass panels around the terrarium open up as the reptiles start moving forward. You hear an announcement over a PA system that you can't really see. I have to say, Miss Elevator, I'm rather disappointed in your betrayal.
You should have offered a better benefits package. All it said is not getting shot in the dossier.
Well, your allegiance to the enemy has been noted, and frankly, I think this deserves a more direct touch. As another panel opens, and you see Rick Tier in this garish getup, in this almost satiny white with gold trim, sand and sort of like a sand-colored wrap around his neck, and carrying little LJ in his hand as he strokes him like a cat. As a whistle emerges, and then the creatures start getting feisty as you hear the lizardmonger start growling. Miss Elevator, he's just blown the dinner bell, essentially.
All right, I think we need to kill the lizards. Besides LJ,
Alright.
of course.
Of course. The holographic lizards.
Well, I'm
Anyway,
afraid.
I suggest the thing for this. He
Oh,
clicks his heels together, and he's got his knife shoes on. Also, I didn't get to make my pun earlier because you kept talking. Eli says as he points at Rick.
oh, apologies, sorry.
No, it's
that
I was going to say, I guess I had the better benefits package, and I wiggle my eyebrows. No, that's bad. Sorry.
they won't harm me.
There.
I'm the daddy.
I
I
accidentally turned this from James Bond to Austin Powers.
mean, it's.
Well, I will also point out that villain having monitor lizards as the dastardly tool, it totally fits here. There is a movie called Spy Hard with Leslie Nielsen that does this too. There's just so much in this genre. So yes, combat time.
Combat time. As the lizards start to surround you, they don't seem to be paying attention to Rick and LJ, but they do seem to be paying attention to you. Roll daring security.
Daring.
Security, I assume.
You cut out there.
Give me a second, my drive is acting up.
One success for Sabatu.
Where the fuck is my shit? There it is. Now it's actually working. Daring. That should not be. Right. Oh, okay. 3 successes.
Okay.
Crit.
The monitor lizard that went for Sabatu latches onto her arms and starts whipping its head about. She gets dragged. The monitor lizard that grabs onto Sabatu's arm and starts whipping her around, throwing her around as she struggles to hold on. She's still up. She's still awake, but she is a bit worse for the wear in this situation. But for Eli, with his 3 successes, he is able just to chop off the monitor lizard's head with a nice single clean
Very.
cut stroke. It is perfect.
It's a spinning kick into that, since it's the knife shoes. He does a little flip.
And even though the knife is short, it seems to cut right through the head. Even though technically it wouldn't reach through, and you perhaps know this from a more medical or even security point of view, it still seems to cleanly cut the head off and does this dramatic fly. You do hear not a Wilhelm scream. I won't make it that far.
The lizard version of the Wilhelm scream.
There's clapping from upper rafters as Setsa and Marcus are just looking on from over a discreet overhang balcony. Like Marcus has got popcorn.
You have not bested all of them. But
I
Sabatu...
won't need to.
Yes. Let's do one more round. So everyone do another daring. Security roll, please.
This is when I get the shit roll, I just know it.
3 successes for Sabatu.
See, that's how I know I'm gonna get the shit roll. You just rolled really good.
She's got it.
Oh, okay. It's not too fit.
Interesting. He's gonna lose a knife shoe.
Okay, yeah, so Sabatu...
I can't lose it.
Sabatu, how does Elevator dispatch this monitor lizard with 3 successes against 0 from the monitor lizard?
Well, Sabatu being an augmented Ibby, she is, she's looking from her original form, which is a little bit more animalistic. She's, kind of working into being just, a member of the crew, studying up for the academy. And, she's been studying her martial arts. So, and this, this very, flamboyant form of combat that Old Earth used to, practice. So she will just pile drive with enhanced strength. The monitor lizard that's trying to grapple her. Like, she just suplexes it.
And with that, the monitor lizard unlatches and just sort of like lets it go. There is holographic blood and stuff on her arm, but she seems to be rather still rather fine from the attack.
She has lost recorded hit points.
All right. As for Eli, with matching numbers, there is no. You do manage to barely make contact, but the monitor lizard has a hold on your shoe, is unable to separate it from your foot. You no longer have control over your knife shoe.
I still have control of my leg. I'm going to just kick my leg against the wall.
All right, and as you do, you hear a beep on your comm badge. Captain Mercer to Eli O'Connor.
Yeah, I just tap the badge. 5 minutes.
The delegates are arriving. We need you and your senior staff to get ready to meet them. They'll be here in 15 minutes.
John hasn't even come out yet. Okay, John, just come out real quick.
Okay. John steps out. He's wearing a black suit, and he's got a very stout bowler hat, tucked slightly, kind of halfway down his head.
Yeah, John comes out from behind Rick here.
It's like, can I do the thing now?
Do the thing.
Do the thing, bud.
Okay. He takes off the bowler hat and throws it.
Okay, one more. Let's do control security from John, and let's see how it goes.
All right. Oh, not too bad.
John's on your side, not ours.
One success. He's just throwing it into the foliage.
Yeah, and it cuts the foliage clean off. So there was it was more like not really a sapling, but sort of like a larger sapling, I guess. It's now more.
He cuts down a fern bush.
Yeah, it's now he's got a clean hedge line on it now, but that's about it.
Yay! He goes to retrieve the hat.
Oh, before we wrap this up, there's one thing you forget, Doctor.
And what is that, O'Connor?
I pull a gun from the inside of my jacket. I have a license to kill.
And bang. And I think that's a good point for us to end that little...
Done.
Stupid way to end it.
Yeah, very good.
Alright, so with that, you have about 15 minutes to collect the senior staff and get them ready to meet the delegates. What you do know is that, technically it's the Alliance Exploration Initiative, but Admiral Ross is not going to be the Federation's representative. Another admiral is going to be coming instead, which is rather odd.
Well, Seth is going to be helping, various members of the senior staff as need be get ready for the diplomatic event, because she isn't quite senior staff, but at the same time she does have experience in diplomatic events through her experiences on FR.
Eli's going to be getting ready, put his uniform on.
Alright, so what is everyone going to be formally wearing to at least the start of the meeting? Not the meeting, but the start of welcoming these dignitaries to the station.
Kara grumbles once again about the need for a uniform, but goes and grabs the tunic that she's had made for herself and puts that uniform on, which qualifies as a dress uniform.
I'm going to wear the funny dress uniform.
The funny dress. Oh, the first contact dress uniform.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm wearing the first contact uniform all the time. I as well wear the dress uniform, too.
Graves is also going to be wearing that.
He's got the gray shirt underneath instead of the white.
No, he's going to go white.
White's for the captain, though.
See, like, he'll do gray. Oh, actually, no. He'll do a slight red.
Okay. Yeah, see, like, even look at the picture. Even Riker's wearing gray.
Setsa thinks the color looks good on him. So he's gone for like a kind of a very dull red for tactical / command / that's.
Rick is going to be wearing. He is going to be wearing just a standard sort of Odyssey dress uniform. What about DB Growl and JB?
I'm not sure if Daniel has had a reason to know that the dress uniforms are a thing. So he'd unless someone like tells him or hands him one, he'd probably just wear the normal uniform.
Probably given one, he got his uniform too.
Yeah,
so keep that nice.
It, like, just through like news coverage and like just kind of cultural osmosis, he will have seen like images of like fancier Starfleet uniforms, so he knows that there's like an upgrade in terms of fanciness.
Okay, never mind.
And you should also know Eli's not wearing a current one. He's wearing one from like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did the TNG dress
30 years
uniform
ago.
look like?
I mean, that is kind of the TNG, like the most iconic TNG dress uniform. The other one was just a dress. I mean, that's where you get the
Also, I gotta find the
full-length
dress
scat.
uniform now.
Yeah, the dress uniform, where it's a full-length scat and pants.
I remember seeing Cisco in that, and it was always like the very big tunic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big tunic. And like, there's probably should be like an Odyssey version of that. So that would be like the most current thing that DB would find.
He has its own dress variants.
Like, it does. Like, in STO, though, it's a little more muted. Like, we need the long one. We need more variations.
You know what? I'm just gonna say Daniel's got the same type of like first contact dress uniform, but but like he just insisted he's just like gotten like tuxedo tails added to his.
Fancy.
Right, Gro, JB, what about your...
And Grohl is going to be wearing an adaptation of the 23rd century dress uniform in blue, of course, format for his body.
Alrighty, what about JB?
Trog's wearing a heavily modified version of the TNG dress uniform.
Yeah. So everyone assembles but in the hangar bay, ready for the shuttle that contains these delegates from the Federation delegate, Klingon delegate, Romulan Republic delegate, and the IBI delegate. The SOR chair it's already arrived. They're not technically a delegate, they're sort of technically the ones hosting. So, as the shuttle lands, the Federation envoy delegate steps out first. Admiral Gregory Jones.
Actually, quick.
Sorry, go Duncan.
Do you have an idea yet for the IBI delegate?
I don't really have an idea. If you or Kara want to create something for them.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Nick and I have been actually having an idea for an IBI, so we might introduce him here. We'll see.
And it is not Jiro Sugihara. It is Gregory Jones, Admiral. This is technically not a diplomat, but it's still diplomatic. But following him is a Klingon whose name is... I've left my names things behind, but I'm going to call them... I'm having a hard time thinking of a name off the top of my head. Grilash. Klingon Grilash. There is the Romulan, who is Trepal, Trepal, and the Ibby, which will be introduced at a later time. They all sort of mimic and introduce each other, start glad handing the crew of the Reliant and is just sort of like making their introductions to you all.
And Kara just stands with a nice plastic smile, says hello to everybody, and waits for the next person in line. Kara does not enjoy politics.
Well, why don't you give us a tour of the station for a bit? The initial reception is not for a couple more hours, so if there are accommodations and facilities, I think we would like to make use of them before we start.
Kara's eye would twitch if she wasn't a synth, and she simply bows and says, "As you wish. Right this way." And she'll start by leading them around. One of the first places she'll probably take them is through the Reathan decks, because, of course, that is an interesting part of the station.
You get a lot of, just sort of questions about the Reathans. The Reliant found them, correct? And just sort of ask, all these kind of questions about the Reathans, just making a lot of noise and making Kara answer a lot of questions about things that aren't really important.
Kara manages to keep her composure and deal with the questions, although she does turn aside some of the more intricate questions, suggesting that they ask, one of the Reathans themselves for particularly in-depth information.
Okay, yes, once one of the delegates suggests let's go with the Romulan. I would like to get to know more. I will have to make some time to engage with these Reathans.
Well, feel free. Until a suitable colony world is found, most every Reathan in existence currently resides on the station.
I'm sure the Alliance Exploration Initiative has that as one of their highest priorities.
Absolutely.
We understand what it's like not to have a homeworld.
I dare say you would, more than most. Hopefully, however, that will be a thing of the past.
All right, where are we going next?
At that point, she'll probably take them on a tour of the promenade, since that's one of the more interesting places on there. See all the shops, see Civ's sushi, see if there's anyone she can hand them off to.
So while Kara's leading this, are they following? How do they react?
Trog's just loosely following behind. He's about as excited as he could be for doing diplomatic things. It's something that he just can't stand doing.
So not much. Most of the crew seem to be happy to let Kara lead this, as they don't want to be involved in this diplomatic stuff as much as possible either.
Graves knows enough that he is effectively just sort of on standby, while Setsa, being the junior science officer, is deferring to Grawl for any science interest the diplomats show. She's there effectively sort of as a backup host, and is again taking a sort of a quiet background role at this stage.
And as you see over here, we have a nicely made interocitor.
We just now fitted it with a turbo encabulator.
They make the appropriate
Forget that
noises
electron sorter.
of someone who is noting and appreciating the various technical things. If people want to do an inside command check.
Yeah, if that was an insight command check from Rick, Rick knows that the turbo encabulator is bullshit.
Yeah, Rick knows because he's an engineer and he is aware of how things are going in the station, but the staff, they not seem to be aware. They don't. In fact, anyone, both Kara and JB, realize that they're just, at this point, they're just nodding along. They're not really interested in the promenade, but, you know, there's diplomatic niceties which you gotta at least look like you're paying attention.
Kara smiles slightly, taking some, pleasure in the knowledge that they don't like being here any more than she likes having them here.
Setsa glances over to try to size up the IBI representative.
Okay, give me an inside command. What specifically are you looking for?
So basically, just trying to identify, like, very broadly, and let's just say Nick will be able to respond for this one. Basically, what kind of diplomat have they sent? Is this someone who's part of the General Assembly? Is it a noble? Is it an administrator, candidate? Or is it someone from the Navy? Or even planetary security? There's a lot of different angles they could have done in, like, assigning someone for major meetings. So let me roll. Yeah, I got to roll for it, so I'm trying to bring up Setsa's sheet right now.
This will be a difficulty one. I think Setsa is fluent in IBI structures.
She doesn't have a great command, though. Oop.
Yeah, wrong. We don't have rollers in DMs. What?
One success.
We should though.
All right, so this is more of an administrator candidate.
It's not.
It's not. Like I said, have Nick take over because we do have a character lined up for him.
Yep. All right.
It's the Navy. I think it is the Navy. Yeah. Okay, Navy.
Yeah, it's the Navy. Yeah. So Setsa's surprised by that. It's like, oh, interesting.
Do you want to try to figure out like who they might be, like before you try to go approach them?
She's drawing a blank with just one success on any like further detail.
She could ask someone else, like ask somebody nearby.
Okay. Like she tries to sidle up to the Starfleet representative.
And he takes a little bit for him to notice, for Gregory Jones to notice, sets it there, but then he turns and looks, is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, just kind of a question about the other member of my species that's part of your party. Just wondering if you had, like, any information on who he was? He's not familiar to me. I think. And Nick, you'll probably have to DM.
I'm literally talking with him right now.
Yeah, send any details you have through to me in DMs, and then he'll pass that on. That is Captain Jigoro.
How to pronounce that?
That is Captain Jigoro of the.
Mispronouncing would also be fine.
ICV Throne Gla.
What? Jigoro? What? There's like a brain does not compute.
You're set to Jigoro, correct? If my dossier is correct?
Yeah. They haven't messed up the names, have they? Wait. And Marcus is just sort of like taking a step back of like, something's up. Something IBI is up. He's looking over to Kara. What? She's looking over to the Captain Jagoro. Marcus is looking panicked.
Gregory Jones just sort of shrugs and looks on to. It doesn't seem plussed by it, though. He thought that, considering the name, he probably would have expected that she'd know him, but perhaps Jagoro is a common name. So he just sort of moves on and lets Setzer stare at the captain of the ICV Throngla.
The sensitive you've reached is not available at this time. Please call again.
Somebody's gonna help her. Oh god, oh fuck.
Eli, the Captain Jigoro does eventually notice that Setzer is staring at him and is, well, her, I'm not sure what the thing is, but
It's a dude.
yeah, is staring at him and is having what appears to be a brain aneurysm, maybe?
He stares back and has much the same sort of look on his face of what the fuck? Of brain, like what? War?
Jagoro? Graves is like, no, like he's trying to avoid being the one to step in,
I have
just
to be the
because
one.
he's got flashbacks of like things that have gone wrong on Ifar before, and he just sighs and like he steps over to Captain Jagoro and just says, "Hi, Marcus Graves, pleasure to meet you."
He just shakes Marcus's hand. Yes, very good. Zandir.
Setsa's eyes go wide. Zandir Jagoro, do you know Setsa?
It's a cousin? Cousin!
Setsa's just like, cousin! And she has like a momentary like fight or flight response, like go hug or run away. Childhood memories come flooding back of time at orphanage.
He has, he just grins wide like a wolfish grin. Cousin!
Setsa eventually just settles on like the default of hug. He's like, cousin, Zandir, you in Navy? Yeah.
Yeah, they put me in charge of the Throngler.
Oh, what? Wow, like the Annex class, right? They didn't make a new one.
No, it's still the old leaky tub.
Oh, I hope it's not too leaky. Space is good to keep on outside.
Very much so.
I want you to meet people, but like they're moving on, and Kara's talking about things that I'm not sure are real.
Wow. Who's Kara?
She is the tall robot lizard-looking lady. She used to be Ibby, but has been translated after her last body got broke.
Crazy.
Much broke.
Wow.
Like the DNA stopped working.
That'll kill you dead, yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing good as a synth.
Good to hear.
Very cute. Very boopable.
Very boopable indeed.
Very boopables. And she's getting into like more of a happy mode. Her tail's wagging, and she says, "Well, so like you're here for diplomacy. Is there like any like limit on that? Or are you just kind of here for the exploration initiative? Because like we've got the USS Reliant, and we've been doing a lot of exploration around here."
I'm just kind of here, for. Well, I'm not sure I can go into much detail, but just in public. But for my favorite cousin, and only cousin. At least I think you're my only cousin. You're the only cousin I actually know.
Well, good to check on that someday. But for right now, happy you're here. Magellan's really cool. Like we've got the like promenade and like labs, and we got like a park, like holo arcades and like actual arcade stuffs, and like food. We got food,
Food
like
is
real
nice.
foods, real foods. And she's awkward and also just happy.
We have real foods too on my ship because when Starfleet sold us the ship, they never took out the kitchen.
Oh, is that a good or a bad thing?
Most days.
Okay, that's good.
It's sad. Sometimes the captain, he finds like old recipes like hidden in like crevices, and he tries them and they're bad. Like he tried a plomeek soup, and I wanted to cry.
Oh no.
I'm not built for plomeek soup.
No, not like Grandma used to make for soups.
I mean, that's the Vulcan soup.
Well, like, we had soups. I'm not quite sure what type of soups we have, but we had a lot of soups.
Yeah, I did like the soup.
The soups. Yeah, it says it's just having like happier flashbacks to times that the orphanage is under the Egvan. Just like okay, it wasn't all bad. There were fun people at Xandir, cousin Xandir. She's pretty happy. So Marcus is relaxing. He's kind of going back to like looking through, making sure the diplomats are secure and there's no people lurking nearby.
It seems that Growl has interjected something while Kara was going on about various things, just basically providing a word salad. But Growl, do you want to do a little interjection?
Oh, Grohl is just showing off some artifacts from one of the planets in the system that was once home to a civilization.
I kind of want Kara to read everything she's posted in chat. It's good.
For listener reference, it was an in-joke. It was a marker from Dead Space, and a little bit about how the writings say something about a bad moon.
All right. Well, thank you for your insight. Perhaps we could do a bit of a go to our quarters. I think we all need a bit of freshening up before the reception.
And Kara stops her long-winded explanation of the turbo encapsulator and just says, Of course. They're on deck 53. Allow me to lead you there. And she inwardly smiles as she thinks to herself that now she's finally gotten the fuck rid of him.
Like, as Kara glances over, Setsa's like excitedly pointing over to Xandir.
I mean, Kara just raises a simulated eyebrow, but will, come back down in a minute and signals as much to Setsa.
She nods.
So Kara goes up, drops off the diplomatic people, grabs the flask from Chorog, downs a measure of it, and hands it back to him, and then gets back in the turbo lift to go back down and see what Setsa's on about.
Assuming that proceeds smoothly, Setsa says, Kara, I want you to meet someone I haven't seen in many years.
He reaches out his hand. I'm Captain Xandir Jigoro.
Pleasure to meet you. Kara Jinrani.
You are large.
Yes, and you are also descended from an administrator's DNA, I take it.
Well, actually, I don't know about that. Cousin Xandir, we grew up in like the same Ikven orphanage.
Ah, I see. That's why the same last name. I'm sorry. I assumed it was because of the administrator, Setsa Jigoro. What is not Setsa? What was
Bella.
her name? Bella Jigoro.
Bella.
Thank you. My
Speaking
apologies.
of like, Setsa looks over and says like, "Oh, this is like Bella reached out like since things went down with me a few years ago."
Well, since our last visit, she's been remarkably quiet, but I imagine that's mostly because now everything is dealing with all of that surrounding Eli instead of any.
Yeah, Eli, our friend Captain Eli O'Connor is he got promoted up to nobility. He's got a villa. It's nice.
I heard.
Yeah. You should come visit when we're like next on if we're having shore leave.
Yes.
Oh, it's nice to meet a childhood friend of Setsa's. May I ask, Captain,
She's my cousin. Cousin.
And you're not friends? Kara says, forced.
Friends,
Like,
but
he-
no cousin.
I mean, he tried to bury me once, but it was all in good fun.
I see. What ship do you command, sir?
The ICV Thrungler, yes. You don't know it.
No, I'm afraid not.
It's an ancient legend about an ancient weapon that was mighty and powerful.
Ah, I see. I'm more used to standard Ibby ship names like Light Under Heaven and Salvation Before All.
It's the first ship it'd be purchased from the Federation, old NX class.
Come look at it. Refit. It's got the other hull.
Huh.
There's a window here. You can look at it.
And I am looking up a name, which is what.
Oh no.
Looking up the Throngler.
No.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
the NX.
No, looking up somebody who was on FR because I don't remember his.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't see that in our document.
Officers got to IFAR, AU, maybe?
Maybe. We'll just move on.
Since it says, well, I mean, it's going to be fun and we're having Zandy around just because, well, kind of shows that the other powers that be aren't really butting in. Well, as my cats are fighting right underneath me. Kitties, no. But since it says, Navy Man is representing FR in this, so that's an interesting development since it's not a member of the Assembly or Nobility. They're usually the one pushing, the other services out of the way. She shrugs and just says, "No, I'm glad people were able to meet, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to spend some good time hanging out, catching up since, it's been a good few years. Didn't recognize you here first. Got cool spots now.
Didn't recognize you either.
I am thankfully not as short."
Or just wondering slightly to herself if the Throngler was one of the many ships that had been started to be refit at the Atara shipyards.
Probably. It's had a long refit cycle, but Otaro would be a likely candidate for the last round of it, the most recent and advanced round of refits, especially for the Throngler to make it out to Starbase Magellan.
Well, Kara just smiles and says, "Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, Captain Jagoro. Please let me know if I can do anything for you." And she just kind of looks over at Setsa and just bows slightly. If you'll excuse me, Usajalia.
Yep. See you later, Usajalia. Setsa's blushing a little bit.
I mean, if Xander had been noticing, Kara does wear, the necessary tail bands to indicate such anyway.
He's only seen the front.
Well, considering she's turned and walking away now, that changes.
Yeah, well, now it's
Yeah. Marcus is just kind of looking a little bit awkward, and Setsa pulls him over and says, "Well, I mean, got Usajalia, I also got Fathiafi, so, yay."
Very good. The only thing that I need is, the Navy.
Yeah. I was glad you got into the academy and, did super well. I mean, it's mostly pirate activity, but yeah, cool. So, let's get move on.
Pirates are idiots.
At this point, Setsa gets a text message from Kieran that simply says, "We have a cousin now? Just how big is your goddamn family?"
She's the wharf of the ship.
This was the perfect time to do this. We've been planning this a while.
Yeah.
Righto. So,
Setsa's family grows and grows.
with the delegates settled away, I don't think the Reliant would be brought in for the official reception. I think that would be more of the Magellan staff, but there is an option for the Reliant crew to join in if they so choose. It is not a requirement, fortunately.
Kara sends a terse but professional response to the captain of, the starbase that I have done my required duty. Find someone else.
Setsa's volunteering because she wants to spend more time with Xandier. And also kind of suspects that she might need to be around in case Xandier does Xandier things.
Okay, what about DB?
You got cut off there. Rick?
I didn't hear Choro. What about
Check on the
DB?
Woodies.
We're losing you, Rick.
No.
He died.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
We can hear you.
Okay, that was
Oh,
weird.
you Slim Shady, because you're back.
Okay, what about DB? Is he going?
You mean to the conference itself?
Well, to the reception for the conference.
I mean, Daniel doesn't really know the procedures to all these things. He's just kind of going where he thinks he's supposed to be.
The reception just means dinner and talking and schmoozing and all that sort of thing.
And also, he likes food. So I guess
He
he's
likes
going.
food.
I don't know.
Alright, what about Goral or Chorog?
Gro is gonna head back to the ship. He's always uncomfortable in these get-togethers because he, being Cranru and kind of a dinosauroid, he feels out of place with a much larger chairs, tables, people, and just everything not built for him.
And Chorog.
Strong may as well go. He's head of security.
Eli is also going to go, well, there, he has this big glass mug full of something yellow. If you get close to it, it seems kind of cloudy and something. You think it's beer at first, but no, it's miso soup. You just have a big thing of miso soup.
Alrighty, so the delegation, the reception is going, there's food, there's drink, people, the delegates are engaging with each other, with the crew of the station, and if anyone wants to talk to anyone in a sort of semi-formal but less formal kind of, more of a relaxed situation, this is where they can do it.
Question: is there a piano anywhere?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Because Daniel doesn't really know who to talk to or how to talk to them, he's just gonna grab some food, and then just go over to the piano and he's gonna just start playing it.
Setzer will gravitate towards the piano, just finding it as a nice safe haven in the diplomatic throng. She's really only here to speak to Xandir, so she's trying to avoid anything else, and just sort of being mistaken for part of the IBI delegation, because she just realized she's wearing... before she was wearing an Odyssey uniform, but now she's wearing a sort of a long orange AB dress, and she's just realizing, I may have made a mistake.
Alright, can I get DB to do a control... What discipline do you think DB would apply for this? I want you to pitch me something. Pitch me a discipline.
I guess it would be either control command as like a dexterous presence type of thing, or control con, because it's kind of like a ship console. There's an art to it. I don't know.
Yeah, so I will accept both of those. So which one do you want to go for?
I would prefer control con because I have a 1 with command.
Alrighty, roll control con for me, please. Alright,
And by the way, the modification to Daniel's dress uniform comes into play here because he does the classic flip the tuxedo tails behind the bench maneuver as he sits down to play.
And he does play well with 2 successes. What songs does he play?
He's gonna start off with he's just gonna keep it simple. Just do like Claire de Lune to start off, and then we'll see where the night takes him. Maybe he'll get a little more spicy with it later on after this first one.
Oh, you gotta play Piano Man.
Well, that's for later when everyone starts getting drunk.
Good man.
So the ambience definitely gets improved. People's what's the word? overall sort of feeling improves in the room. Their impressions, their mood improves as DB plays his songs and moves from one to the next as he starts to get less classical as the night goes on. What if Setzer is just sort of engaging with her cousin every now and again? What is Eli doing?
Eli is, talking with whoever comes up to him, and for the most part, just drinking his big mug of soup and having other hors d'oeuvres and such. He's had at least 15 deviled eggs.
Okay, is there anyone you want to particularly engage in? Do you want to get a sense of any of the particular delegates, or are you just sort of enjoying yourself?
Yeah, just keeping an eye on things, seeing if anything is, suspicious or anything of the sort. Not, in a paranoid state, just I'm just kind of expecting something to go wrong here.
Alright, just give me, I guess, inside security, and if Chorog is doing keeping a security eye on it, too, he can do inside security as well.
Inside security?
Yes, correct.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
Okay, for Eli's role, which is a complication, there is a moment that there appears there might be a confrontation between the Klingon and the Romulan, but it actually seems more like once you go to actually invest and check in on it, it actually seems far more friendly than you initially thought. And the initial competitiveness between the Klingons and the Federation and the Romulans when they first came to Magellan have since been thoroughly resolved. As far as Chorog,
That's good.
everything seems to be good. The morale is high, people are enjoying the food, the music's good. There doesn't seem to be anyone behaving suspiciously or putting anything into anyone's drinks or strange devices that you can see. Everything is working as planned.
Chog just standing around, keeping an eye on things, drinking more venom, trying to numb his boredom.
By this point, Daniel's starting to get a little jazzy on the piano.
Jake, what would happen if Chorog was approached and one of, let's say the Romulan delegate, one of the delegation approaches Chorog and starts making small talk?
In the interest of keeping the peace, Chorog engages in polite conversation with the Romulans, despite the fact he can't stand the Romulans, and the galaxy isn't big enough for the both of them.
Can I get you to do a command presence check to see how well you do in that?
Okay.
You make decent small talk. It's not. It doesn't seem to bring. They don't seem to notice, or at least if they notice, that their own diplomatic facade keeps things from they pretend not to notice if they do. Things seem to be going on, but they move on. It's not a too long affair. They don't particularly drag it out too long. But I will say that Rick is also there, and he's sort of more actively engaging with the group, moving from delegation to delegation, individual. He's sort of trying to get an overview of the situation, of the people involved, of I'll just sort of like get an idea of where everyone is situated initially, at least in their perspectives on the station. Anyway.
For that, Setsa is trying to keep a little bit of an ear out, just in for the general course of the diplomatic channel. There's kind of a little bit of a push pull here because one, there's the matter of the station and the sort of legacy behind it, but then also you have a lot of different powers gathered here, and it is a time of the Federation Klingon War winding down. Romulan Republic being resurgent, but at the same time, some bad blood still with the Tal Shiar. So she's just kind of listening in the background just to see if there's a conversation around her, what the general topic is, even if she can't catch the full thing of it. Is it about the station or is it about politics?
Give me a insight command, I guess. Insight command probably would be best.
All right. 3 successes.
Okay, the discussion does seem to be mostly formed on the station. There is some occasional politicking going on in regards to the Federation and the Klingon War, but also and just the Klingons and the Federation with the Romulan. There is some small moments where those are talked about, but they do seem to be more acknowledging there are different their problems, but moving on and more positive spin on those than potentially being a problem for the actual conference. But by far is more about the conference, more about the subject of the conference, where the station, about the potential, the idea of the Exethi being the precursors to the Saw, but also potentially being there are other potential species out there. There are the synths, there's other members of the Ark out there possibly that are there, and there is both the recognition that this sort of does belong to the Saw, but it doesn't belong to the Saw. Only that there is some talk about the synths particularly, about what kind of is it should they be should the mechanism for making new synths that the station has, the engineering and the tools and equipment and the facilities, should new synths be made? How would that happen without without personality matrices? What would they be created? A new say a holographic version matrix of a life form, and then just put that in a synth body? Is then how does the station tie to Kara directly? Considering Kara was there was mention about Kara being easily able to take control of the station. Is that a synth thing? Is that a Kara thing? Is that ingrained into the station? It's sort of okay, well, we've got this starting point, but there's still a lot of things to go on about. And one of the things that has started that is starting to be picked up that is sort of specifically avoiding the IBI delegation is Kara and the Conclave. How Kara's ties to the Conclave might complicate things a whole lot, about how the Void could potentially be a problem in the future, and maybe if they restart the station, that could be a thing. The Conclave would be helpful in that, but, what's the cost? Over that involved. So there is a lot going on being talked about that Setsa is picking up on.
Setsa's just sort of like, her brain's just now processing all the data, processing the interest, and it's like, yeah, she's just sort of like, this is a little bit more of a tricky situation here, and it's something that they've got a little bit more vested interest on with Reliant, making it almost all but certain that the Reliant crew is going to be brought in for any kind of reconciliation here, given Rick and Kara's involvement. So, yeah, that's the kind of extent of it. But she's also like, with the Conclave, she's just realizing, there's going to be a shoe to drop, and she's just kind of thinking to the Conclave members they have in the crew and wondering how that's going to play out. You got Marcus, you got Zacius, you got Apathy, and you got Kara.
Let's be fair. Unless there's ice cream on the station, Apathy doesn't have an opinion.
Most likely not. But there's that question of like, we've got so many members of the Conclave crew. How is Starfleet going to handle our involvement? Like, are they really going to trust us? So that's just like in full, like, she just starts drifting off to reverie while like kind of in mid conversation with Xandir, and Xandir will notice that Setsa's kind of like gone into like drifting mode. She's kind of listing over to the side.
Listen,
DB,
you're zoning out.
Sorry. Yeah, just thinking about things like the whole. She just gestures the whole situation here. So sorry.
I have many questions. You've been to the Earth, the dirt, as they call it.
Yeah, the dirt planet, as humans unimaginably name their homeworld. And she uses the Ibby title for dirt as well, rather than referring to Earth. So she's showing a little bit of her like a little disillusionment with like her time at Starfleet Academy. It's such a great place. Why do they call it dirt? Are they mad at it?
I don't know. What's it like there?
Strange.
Tell me everything.
I mean, I mostly spent time in the academy. I did a little bit of touring around, seeing old cities and museums, because, I mean, you know how I like museums. And, well, there's just, a lot. Like, Starfleet Academy is, big. It's got, a history. And then, around it in San Francisco, there's, just a lot of original culture. It's a super amount of restaurants, because, I mean, it's like, when someone's trying to decide what they want to do with their life on Earth, it seems like a third of the people just want to have restaurants and go to restaurants. So
that is something I did want to ask about. I've heard legends of a burrito.
Burrito, yeah. I mean, okay, so there's fancy burritos that you can get at restaurants, and there's a lot of infusion cuisine versions of burrito. But no, you have to find authentic food truck burritos from people who are just kind of doing it as a side hobby, in between maintenance shifts. Those are the people that really know how to do it.
Why are they...
a ground it's an old Earth tradition where you have a ground conveyance, and then you make food out of it. We on it IFR, we
inefficient.
We zone things appropriately and have civic planning. Humans don't kind of do that halfway. They like the chaos.
Sounds wild. I must go. I must try this burrito.
You must try burrito. Burrito is good. And,
burrito, yes. That's what I'm saying. You're saying it weird.
No, that's how they pronounce it. Burrito.
No, I'm pretty sure I've heard it burrito.
From humans, or...
It's okay. Maybe Xander needs to go check the sense ores.
The sense ores. I mean, Picard would have called it a burrito. He wouldn't have gotten out much at the academy.
And can you try to compare it to something,
days.
from home? What would you equate this to?
A meat pie.
Meat pie.
A Tolakan meat pie, maybe, but it's a wrap.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you have a very thin pastry wrap but it's not flaky. It's like weedy, or like actually no, it's made of like corn flour, but that's weird.
I'm told that they are highly customizable.
Yeah, you just put anything
Every
you
man a
want.
king with his own burrito.
Yeah, you can just put whatever you want in the burrito. I mean, it's the chaos side. I mean, we just have our nice little traditions and, kind of stick around that. Like, hey, I've got flake crempa. Hey, I've got frescar. Hey, I've got, you know how I got bored. You just started putting things together.
And that and everything else, I must try this.
I mean, we can replicate it. I mean, she looks over and it's like, She looks over to the replicators. They're not in use, because they've got everything laid out on the tables, but she begins to sidle over, and she leans down and asks Stevie, hey, do you want a burrito?
We'd ask Daniel?
Yeah, she's asking Daniel as he's playing piano if he wants a burrito.
Sure, yeah, I can eat that with one hand while I play with the other.
Cool. A little compressive. And she
Marvelous.
she begins to lead, like, Xandir, like through the throng of diplomats, and just trying to, like, avoid attention while they're trying to get to the replicator.
Eli is standing nearby the replicator. He's eating a shrimp puff.
I'm just seeing if Rick wanted to lead that into any episode outro stuff, because we are getting towards that time.
Yeah, no, that is where we're going to be
Any
going off.
grand things are about to happen, or is it going to be a nice diplomatic conference where, for once, nothing explodes?
That is, in fact, yes, where we are going to be leaving it for today. Well, we'll find out whether it'll be a conference that just goes smoothly and everything is sunshine and rainbows. Next time on Star Trek Reliant.
Oh, there's like 9 minutes. We must have burrito then.
I'm
Burrito
very
is an
sure.
outro scene.
Next 20 minutes burrito roleplay. Let's go.
I'm
Okay.
very sure that Kara's going to be called on to talk about all this bullshit.
Yep. She will have gotten a message from the conclave, like, while they've been talking about burritos.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Charles will take a gach burrito with extra hot sauce.
Setsa's going to be, like, trying to drag Chorog over as well, because she's seen him in Club 42.
My, he's a big fellow.
Who was saying that to who?
Andir is saying that about Chorog.
Setsa says, okay, Chorog, this is cousin Xandir Dragoro. He's the captain in the Ibi Defense Fleet. And Xandir, this is Chief Security Officer Chorog of the USS Reliant.
Charles does a polite bow and says, pleasure to meet you.
You as well. We are trying a burrito. It is from the Dirt Planet.
Ah, yes, burrito. I'll take a gach burrito with extra hot sauce.
All right, one gach burrito coming up. Eli, you got shrimp puff. One burrito.
I mean, yeah, these things are like one bite. Why would I not want burrito?
Okay, well, I'm bringing up the replicator menu for burrito. Cover me in case any like administrative, like any event staff get like touchy about us replicating food.
Well, here's the thing. I got the pips, they don't.
Very good, very good. Setsa's like arched her fingers and begins ordering burritos for the group.
So who's this, Setsa?
This is cousin Xandir Chigoro. We grew up at one of the same orphanages. Well, under the Chigoro family. That's why we got the name. Although for me, coincidentally enough, there was a lot more of that sponsorship than I originally, met the eye. But yeah, he's he went through the Ibi naval ranks and is now captain.
The captain, nice to meet you. Crap, now I gotta roleplay with myself. Last second. It's nice to meet you too. You have quite a colorful visage there. That's not the right word, is it?
He does in fact have, he's colorful hair.
This is just how my hair is. It's ginger. I was born like this.
It's fine. And Xandir, I mean, he's got the white hair, so we all have our hairs. And she's just like idly tugging in a lock while she's tapping away at the replicator.
I'm sorry, I just saw one fucking.
I know it is hard to play against yourself, and that's why I keep Marcus and Setsa's conversations to a pretty minimum. So
It's just
no
I
worries
need to
there.
think of a more Xandir voice.
Well, yeah, he'll get used to it. I mean, Zacius's accent changes all the time. I try to do him more for Irish, but that doesn't quite hold. But Zandia has...
I know I can't give Zandir the voice that I have for him in my head, which is like a Cajun-ish voice.
Yeah. I can just, accentuate some of the
cannot do
vowels.
that.
I mean, you can try to, make up an Ibby accent.
Trying.
Okay, don't worry. But yeah, Setsa presents Zandir a very classic-looking burrito. It is very large as well. Food truck variety burrito.
It's about the size of my forearm. How am I going to eat all this?
Bite by bite.
What's in it?
Meat, sour cream, veggies, and things. I never actually learn most of the names. It's just the things that come in burrito. That's what I know them as.
You mean soured cream? Why is the cream soured?
It tastes soured. It's got a little bite to it.
But
It's
why?
not. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just what they call it.
So it is not rotten cream. It is just.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to get you to eat weird stuff like that one time. This is actual food. I've got the same thing.
Okay, I'm trusting. What kind of meat is this? Is this like a
It's a beefy meat. Beefs.
beefs?
Like Tolakan.
Ah, you know me quite well, cousin. It's been long, but you remember.
I do. I've got good brain. And she's
Right.
Such as just begins to nibble on the burrito.
Hey, can you get me a seafood burrito?
Yep. And she's replicating it now while also handing over the gok burrito to Chorog.
Thank you, Setsa. Trying to go back on a pescatarian-ish diet, even if everything is still replicated. I just feel like I do better with fish.
Yeah, sounds good.
Charles takes the burrito and takes a big bite out of it.
I'm still sure 2 weeks from now you're going to see me eating a steak or something. I don't know.
I'll give it a shot, see what comes of it.
Yeah, it's like quitting drinking. It just ebbs and flows. Although I'm never going to quit drinking. That was just an example.
Yeah. Well, I've got an extra burrito here, but that needs to go over to, I'm realizing this might be a little too big for DB. We'll see. And she begins to lead the group.
Eli's going to follow.
She begins to lead the group back over to the piano and delivers the burrito to DB. It is a large burrito. It fills the hand well.
Daniel takes the burrito with one hand, keeps playing the piano with the other hand. Right now, he's just decided to start playing Happy Birthday because he realized that most people here probably have never heard that song before as an Earth-specific tradition song. So it's new music to them. It takes a bite, thinks on it a little bit, swallows. Man, I don't know what it is. Just it's replicators just can't quite get it the same as making it yourself. We gotta have a burrito night. Make our own. Still good, by the way.
We do. We absolutely do.
Eli chimes in. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with the replicators. Everyone agrees it's probably just better to make it yourself for most things. There's some higher quality replicators I've seen. One does a really good lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, still good, Daniel says through his second bite of burrito.
All right, is that where we go?
Just reading from Cara poster in chat. Yeah, they've got the burrito and good time had by keepers there, so that might be the good place to end it.
Yes, so the
20 minutes
night
of
goes.
burrito, you're welcome, audience.
The night continues on as DB continues playing the piano, changing songs and moving to. It does finally end with Piano Man as the reception ends and people start returning to their rooms for the night. Tomorrow morning, is going to be the actual proper start of the conference. And we'll see what happens with the conference next time here on Star Trek Reliant.
God, politics.
Will you get another 20 minutes of burrito RP? Find out next time.
Daniel plays the